Hi everyone, this is Indie Insider and I'm Ash. My talented guest this week is Autumn Brooke. How are you doing, Autumn?
I'm good. How are you?
Okay, thank you. It's just raining and miserable here in the UK. I hope the weather's better there.
It's hot, but it looks like it's gonna rain today, so we'll see.
Oh dear, do you get a lot of rain there?
Um, Not really. Every now and then we'll have like a week's worth of rain, but it stays pretty dry. I'm in Mississippi, so
Okay, well, I love your accent.
thank you.
Right, let's get started. How did you get started then, Autumn, in the music industry?
Well, I have been singing since I was a little girl. I grew up singing in church, and I guess around the end of kind of my college career, I started posting covers on TikTok and things just kind of went from there. I've always kind of dabbled in songwriting and, singing in church again. And when things started taking off on TikTok, I was like, okay, let's hone in on this.
Right.
And I kind of put pedal to the metal and started writing pretty much every day. And it's just kind of picked up from there.
Okay, so you quite enjoy the performing live and all that, going touring?
Yes, I do. Right now, I'm booked pretty much every weekend through the summer. So I stay pretty busy.
Well, I can imagine. And do you enjoy with the different venues? Do you find that the crowd is different from venue to venue?
Yes, it is. So I guess it was back in January or February, maybe. I don't remember. I opened up for Drake White
Oh,
in
wow.
Corinth, Mississippi. Yes. And that was probably the biggest crowd I've played for so far, and that was a blast. That was definitely it was an arena show, so definitely a new type of crowd for me. But it was awesome. Everybody
Oh,
brought a lot of energy, and then I'll play your dive bars, your festivals, different things, and every crowd's a little different. But everybody really loves music. I find that everybody comes out to enjoy the music, and that
yes.
really helps as an artist.
And when you go touring or opening up for a celebrity artist, do you get
Mhm.
to hang out with them or talk to them?
Typically, yeah. It depends on everybody's schedule. Some people are back to back with interviews and marketing and things like that. But usually there's some downtime backstage to at least introduce yourself and hang out,
Oh,
get to know
nice.
each other, make that connection. So, yeah.
Wow, fantastic. And tell us, what was the first instrument you learned to play?
I actually started taking piano lessons when I was in elementary school. And then I picked up the guitar in, I guess, middle school, high school. And then I've dabbled with like the mandolin a little bit, but the guitar is my main instrument.
Oh, wow, fantastic. How would you describe your music to somebody that's never heard it before?
I would say my music is very authentic, um, very much in the realm of outlaw country. I sing things that I know and I write about the things that I have experienced. I work with horses
Oh,
every day.
beautiful.
So there's a lot of Western influence, a lot of cowboy influence in my music. You're going to hear a lot of that. If you like the typical fiddle and a steel guitar, I'm your girl.
Oh, fantastic. I love horses as well. I used to ride donkeys years ago.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
but of course, the older you get, the harder it becomes. And I loved
Yes.
it. I absolutely loved it.
Yes,
I lost
I
track how
love
many
it.
times I fell off horses or I was kicked or I was bucked off or anyway, this is about you. Can you describe your creative process?
Yeah, so typically ideas for songs kind of hit me out of the blue.
Right.
Usually I'm driving or my husband's really good about throwing one-liners at me, and I'm like, hey, that would be a good song. So typically it's when I'm alone, and I like to write with my guitar. So if I have an idea or something hits me and my guitar's not around, I'll jot it down or I'll use a voice memo on my phone just to make sure I don't lose it and forget it. And then I'll sit down with my guitar and I usually try to find some kind of chord progression, melody, something, the vibe that I'm kind of going for and envisioning. And then I just word vomit everything I
Right.
can think of that kind of goes with that, and then sit there and kind of nitpick and put it together.
Oh, wow, fantastic. And you being a country girl yourself, who is your
Hmm.
favorite country artist or band?
Oh, that's tough. I have a lot. I'll
Or
just
just
kind of
name
spit
them.
off a
Yeah.
few that kind of influence my, I guess, my sound.
Okay.
Kip Moore is a big one. I
Right.
also love Whiskey Myers, the Cadillac Three. Keith Whitley is my all-time favorite. So those are kind of my big inspirations, especially lyrically.
Right. Right. And who have you seen live that you actually have never forgotten?
Oh, that's a good one. Cody Johnson, I've seen him live and he put on an amazing show.
Right.
Yes.
And Little Big Town and Maren Morris and all that?
I haven't seen them live, no.
Would you actually see them if you had the opportunity or if you were asked to open up for them if they're touring?
Oh, absolutely. I love all music. I listen to pretty much everything out there. I'm a big music lover. I appreciate music and artistry. And so if there's a concert close to me and it's someone I've maybe heard of, I'm gonna go.
Of course, so good support.
Yes,
And
absolutely.
tell us, how do you handle frequent travels and being away from home for long periods of time?
It's pretty easy for me. I like to be on the road. I like to not be sitting still.
Right.
So usually me and my husband will pack up all of my gear, my outfits, everything that I need, and we make the best of it. I don't try to plan things ahead. I like to wing it. We'll stop at whatever hotel we get to when we're tired, and we just kind of make an experience out of it.
Oh, that's nice.
That
It's
keeps it
nice.
exciting.
I can imagine, especially if your husband goes with you, so you're not sort of like bored or you're worried about him or he's worried about you.
Right. We get to experience everything together, which is
Oh,
really
fantastic.
great.
And he's a great support to you before you go on stage.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, he's always there. Always. He's never missed a show. He's
Oh,
always side stage, and he's a social butterfly. So he'll get out there and talk to people and hang out, and he's never
oh,
met a stranger. So that's really great.
oh, that's fantastic. And when you perform in live, how do you energize the audience?
The biggest thing is I like to just be myself. I'm very unfiltered. I'm very energetic. Anybody that knows me knows that, I'm going to say what I'm thinking and just have fun with the day. I don't like to dwell on the bad things. So
Sure,
on stage, it's really just doing that, being myself. If I feel like the crowd's kind of low on energy, I'll just kind of stop and play the guitar and engage and try to see kind of what gets them going, what they're
oh,
there for, what they're excited about. You just kind of have to play it by crowds. Some
sure.
crowds are a little more chill, and they don't necessarily want all the big lights and energy. They just want to hear some chill music. And so we'll kind of switch up the set list and things like that.
Oh, fantastic. And your plans for the coming months, what are they?
I have lots of gigs in the next few months, a lot in here in Mississippi. I have a few coming up that are a little less local for me. They're still in Mississippi, but I'm traveling for those, some festivals and things like that. And then I just finished my next single, so we're working on marketing for that and getting it released. I've been teasing it on TikTok a little bit. It's called
Oh,
Steel
nice.
Cowboy.
Okay.
And so that's kind of the biggest plan this summer is to get that song put out.
Fantastic. Well, I wish you the best of luck for that. Will it
Thank
tell us
you.
what does your typical day look like?
A typical day for me. So Monday through Friday, starting around 7 in the morning, I go to the barn. I work my horses. I have a few kids that I teach riding lessons to.
Okay.
So I spend a lot of time at the barn for the first half of the day. Um, and then in the evenings when I'm done with that, I'll go home, usually, cook supper for my husband or something. And then I like to dedicate at least 2 hours to working on cover songs, or if I have a song idea, kind of picking around with that. Just I try to incorporate some type of music into my day-to-day life. That way I don't get burnout. I keep the energy going. I keep the creativity flowing. I find that if I kind of put it away for a week or so, that it's harder for me to get back into the creative side of things.
Right.
So I try to teach myself new songs or write new songs at least 2 hours a day.
Wow. So you actually got quite a busy schedule,
I
each day.
do, yeah. I don't think I have a day to do nothing ever,
Wow.
which I like. I can't stand to just be still. I can't stand it.
Oh, you sound like a very, very energetic lady. So my hat
Yes.
off to you, sweetheart. My hat off to you.
It is fueled by lots of caffeine. Don't worry.
I can imagine, yes. And just last question. Do you
Yeah.
experience stress before going on stage?
No, that's something I've had a lot of people compliment me on, and I don't really know where it comes from because I don't get nervous. I don't get stressed. I don't think, oh, am I going to forget the words? Am I going to
Right.
play the wrong chords? I just, like I said before, I love music and I love that people love music. So I just go out there and have a good time. I don't even really remember the last time I was nervous going on stage.
Right. Oh, cool. Wow, wow. Well, as I said earlier, Autumn, I know you've got a very busy schedule ahead of you.
Mhm.
So before we go, if you could just tell us where people can follow you and get your merchandise and music from on social media.
Yes, so everything I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and that is all Autumn Brooke Music. And then all of my released music is on Apple, Spotify, Pandora, YouTube, anywhere that you can stream music, you can find me at Autumn Brooke.
Well, fantastic. Well, Autumn, I want to thank you so much for taking time out of your day to come and chat with us. And
Absolutely. Thank y'all
please,
for having me.
oh, well, it's only a pleasure. Please give those horses a big hug and kiss from me.
I will.
Fantastic. Well, have a great day, Autumn, and thank you once again.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Autumn. See you then.
All right, bye.